today with Joe Padilla. He is the Government Affairs Director for the Charlotte Regional Realtor Association. He has some news to share with us.
Well, Todd, thank you. I just wanted to give you a heads up and all of your agents and realtors a heads up about an issue that we're tracking with the Postal Service that will affect anybody who is selling a home in a new neighborhood. Basically, the Postal Service about 2 years ago adopted a policy that all new subdivisions in North Carolina and throughout the country actually will have to go from a curbside mailbox to what is called a cluster box mailbox. And you've probably seen these if you were driving through an apartment complex or a business park, an office park, where you have mailboxes that are a single large box. They're about usually 4 feet, 5 feet tall by about 2 feet wide. And they hold multiple slots for customers, usually 6 to 8. They can be larger, as many as 20, depending on where you are. The reason they're going to this is because of budget constraints. They want to cut down on the amount of time that mail carriers are taking to go through and deliver mail. So we don't like the idea at all. We've actually been meeting quite a bit with Congressman Pittenger's office as well as Congressman Meadows' office and the USPS. But the reality is they do have the authority to do it. What we are most concerned about and what realtors need to be concerned about is when they buy or when you have a buyer who is putting under contract a new home in a new subdivision, they need to be aware that that subdivision may be required to go to a central box unit, even if the builder is not aware of that requirement. And what the buyer needs to know and what the agent really should do is talk to the builder and ask about that and ask if they've met with the Postal Service or talk with anybody at the Postal Service, especially if it is a brand new phase, a brand new subdivision. They will almost certainly be required to put in that central box unit instead of the individual curbside box. So they need to talk to the builder. They need to make sure the builders have that dialogue. In some cases, the Postal Service will allow a waiver, but that's not going to happen in every case. In other cases, the Postal Service or the local postmaster may not care at all, and they may be able to get their individual curbside box. But the last thing we want to have happen is someone move into a new home and then not be able to get mail delivered because the postmaster has said, we can't deliver to anything other than a central box. So the key on this is that realtors need to talk to their builder when they're selling a new home in a subdivision and find out if that builder has met with either the Postal Service or their town or city officials to talk about what type of mail delivery is going to be required for that neighborhood, because it may not be the traditional curbside mailbox that we're all used to seeing. And if that's done, then at least your buyer will know what to expect when they move in.
Thank you, Joe.